The final play on us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
And they'll run it here with Adams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Darnold. It's caught here by Adams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Ready. 57's right. We got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right? Get it.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Back to throw Etling. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Hetling to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Running with Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And two stop. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
From the 39, Etling. Complete. Smith has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burpo?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Set. 60 or. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Now.
Etling to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Once more, Adams on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A look now at the defensive starters for the Saints. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
But when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Darnold. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
I got him. Slam.
A draw play. This is Adams. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down. Mason Crosby on for the field goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 7, Jets 0. Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Etling. Now this one complete to Smith. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
57 to Mike. And watch the delay.
And the Saints 1st down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
Let's go.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 57. Come on, boy. Come on, fight.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He gets it complete to Harris. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
And that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They come out here in the eye.
Mike 54. It's our field. Ready?
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Harris to return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. The open man is Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw it here. Etling, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball player, and you're throwing the ball. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
It works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big out and finish it off.
In the victory last week as he sends this one away. Into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Nothing. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Adams on the draw. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
From the 40 now on second down. Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Darnold. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
56, check 56. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From the 50, it's Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA